Hey guys, it's me, Sylvia. I came on because Spitting Fire pushed me out here to try to start this to talk about this case here. I am green with this case. I know nothing about it, so I'm going to be learning just like the rest of you guys about this case. Um so this is my update on this case. So far, this is day 3 of deliberation for the jurors, and I believe this is about. I guess this is 1 second. I don't think too many people are reporting on this trial. Not too many people because I don't see a lot of posting. The only person I see posting on this trial is Mr. I am Vel B. He's the only one I see that's posting about this Tim Norman trial. I mean, vigorously posting about it. But it's you know the guy from Sweetie Pie? This is who this trial is about. He allegedly murdered his nephew or hired someone to murder his nephew. So I am very, very, very green at this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to educate myself a little bit about this. So what I'm going to do is play someone's commentary on this. 1 second. So I'm new to this. Thank you, Spitting Fire, for doing this to me because I know nothing about this case. Oh my God, she has me trying to figure out. Okay, here we go. Okay, it's a murder for hire trial of the Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman. It so let's see. I'm gonna play some of this stuff here to get you guys acclimated to this case because I know nothing about this case. His name is James Timothy Norman. Oh, he took the stand. He testified on Tuesday. Wow. Okay. I would advise you not to touch that. Why would you advise me not to touch it? You haven't given me a reason why not to touch it. What happened? Why do you advise not to touch this case? Okay, hold on a second. Somebody send me something. Hold on, somebody just sent me a message. I believe there are other cases up there can work on, but that's one You don't want to touch. Good luck. What I mean, you're not telling me why not to touch the case. Okay. This is a federal case. I follow federal cases. Okay, he's accused of being the master. Okay, I'm reading the AJC on this. It says here, the federal prosecutor made a decision in the case. This is old news, but I just want to read it. Made a decision involving Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman, who is accused of being the mastermind behind the murder for hire plot that led to his nephew's death. James Timothy Norman, who stars in the own television show and helped run the chain of restaurant of the same name, is awaiting trial for charges of conspiracy to use interstate commerce facility cell phone in the commission of murder for hire and conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud. He is one of three defendants charged in the plot to murder 21-year-old Andre Montgomery Jr., the grandson of Sweetie Pie owner Robbie Montgomery, in March 2016. On Wednesday, the federal prosecutor said it will seek the death penalty. Ooh, Lord Jesus. Wow. Wow. Okay. It will seek the death penalty. Hold on, my thing just jumped. Hold on a second. All right. They will seek the death penalty. Oh, that's deep. For Norman nor his alleged conspirator. Oh no, they will not seek. Okay, good. They will not seek the death penalty for Norman nor his alleged conspirator, Tarika Ellis, according to the report by the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. The death penalty review process is activated automatically when a federal crime charge is punishable by death. The review does not reflect prosecution desire to be imposed. That review process is pending for another suspect. Okay, they talking about somebody else. It says federal authorities allege Norman obtained several life insurance policy on Montgomery, his nephew, in November 2014. Norman was the sole beneficiary on the policy. Those policies include life insurance policy for $250,000, along with Amco Insurance Company, as well as two different policies through Foster Insurance for $200,000 and $250,000, according to the complaint. Prosecutors and investigators accused Norman of taking a combination of life insurance funds equaling more than $50,000 to have Montgomery killed. They believe he got Ellis to lure his nephew to St. Louis Park, and there he was gunned down. Wow. On October, Norman, 41, entered a not guilty plea to the charge. According to the Norman's biography in the Welcome to Sweetie Pie section on their own website, Norman spent 10 years in prison on robbery charges. He was charged with misdemeanor assault charge in Harris County, Texas in 2018 after he was accused of punching a former employee in the face, according to the Clarion Ledger. Norman, his mother, Robbie Montgomery, and Montgomery starred on the own reality TV show, The Restaurant, for several years. In late October, Robbie Montgomery publicly thanked her supporters for their thoughts and prayer regarding the charges against her son. She did not speak about Norman's charges, but she said she appreciated the love and prayer cards and calls and messages. Okay. All right. So that's what's going on. So I really don't know much about it, but there is a watch, a jury verdict watch. They're on day 3, the 16th hour of this trial. Powerful. You got to tell me what's going on with it. You said I want to know why the restriction on this case. You know something about it? All right. So I was on the okay, somebody called me. Who called me? Hold on a second. I got to mute for a second. Somebody just I'm returning a call. Hold on. Okay, guys. So I started following this young man who has been doing the case. His name is Vel. I just started following him. So I joined his VIP list, and he gives out update on the case. So I'm going to give a shout out to him because the information that I have here is coming from him. It's not coming from me. I know absolutely nothing about this case. So I got to give shout outs to the person that's due. So I'm following him on Twitter as well. And you guys could follow him too so you can get the update yourself. But his name is, I just mentioned his name, Von Bell. Bell Von. Hold on, let's see what his name is again. His name, I am Vel, VELL. And his YouTube is the randomness of Vel. That is his YouTube channel. And he's in the courthouse, and I believe this case is in St. Louis, the federal courthouse in St. Louis. And I was reading some of his updates on this trial when he first started. I think they're on day 8 of this trial, day 9 or something like that, day 8. And yesterday he had put out that there was some questions from the juror. One question came from juror number 6. It says, no, this is question number 6. Hold on, let me go back to questions. Hold on, y'all. Let's go back to the questions. Just 1 second. All right, here it says Judge Ross is the judge that's presiding over the case, right? Judge Ross, with the agreement, Judge Groth agreed with both party to respond with note reading that evidence were demonstrative. All right, hold on, guys. Got to sneeze. Sorry. Okay, I had to sneeze. Sorry about that. All right. All right, so it says here they have a question. The question is meanings. Object pictures, models, and other devices used in the trial or hearing to demonstrate or example facts that the parties are trying to prove. There was not entered into evidence. Okay, they talked about that. Let me read the next one. Says then that was, I guess that was the third question. The fourth question. Hold on. He has a lot of stuff. He's been covering this a lot. Hold on. Trying to read his stuff, y'all. Just bear with me a second. This case didn't go that long. It started after R. Kelly's and it's ending. Well, it ended about the same time, right? Okay. Oh, the judge did not allow. It says here, judge was not allowing the public in the courtroom during jury selection, in part so that the information isn't broadcast and limited capacity in the courtroom because the number of jurors being examined today. So they limited the amount of people in the courtroom. This is when it first started. They had approximately 54 jurors to be interviewed. And that was the beginning. Then, okay, Tim's Norman's first day. Okay, the first day of trial. I'm just giving you guys an update. First day of trial, the jury selection, FBI agent, and the mother of Miss Griggs testified, which is the mother of Andre. So, mother of Andre testified the first day. Then we have, then it says here, day 2 was a day that they have been hearing testimony from the 5 insurance companies Tim filed Dre's life insurance policy with. He had so he filed 5 insurance policies on him. Wow, that's deep. 5 insurance policies. Okay, that was day 2. All right. Okay, day 3. I was reading what he says on day 3. All right, somebody just send me a picture. Hold on, somebody send me a picture. Yeah, stop sending me nonsense. Okay, let's go here. All right, let's go back. I'm just going through these tweet that he had. Okay, it says Vaughn said I feel like I've been away from, so he's saying I've been away from Twitter. U.S. versus James Tim Norman, murder for hire trials for him allegedly taking the life of his nephew. He's trying to say he missed the Twitter land, and it did. Well, okay. Now here's the question that the jury have for the judge. All right. The second day deliberation, judge resumed jury deliberation. He already had action before I could get the first text update, completely update to y'all, okay? He says the government was okay with the request as well. Judge made it clear that doing all of this was going to take a long time. Ross seems perplexed at the need for that because it was obvious assumption, but agreed to communicate that to the jurors along as well as government had no objection. What are they talking about? Jury note number 5, may we have all of Tim Norman's phone records for all of his phones. One of the exhibit was over 6,000 pages. So Judge Ross asked Tim attorney if he only wanted to agree to a particular time period instead. And so let's see what they said on that one. Attorney Michael Leonard stated that he was okay with the juror having all of records. Is this the same Michael Leonard that Rob had? Is this the same Michael Leonard? Is this Robert's attorney that he had? It says attorney Michael Leonard. Okay for jurors to have part of the records. Judge Ross stated that he would have the IT staff take for a laptop to the jurors to hook up a TV monitor. Tim attorney then returned and asked Judge Ross to inform the juror in his note that the phone records that they have are to reach are only for phone records that were entered into evidence. And Judge Ross seems perplexed. Okay, we read that one. All right, that was for question number 5. Then it says here, all right, so it says attorney Michael Leonard wanted Judge Ross to give the jury directive instead. Therefore, he asked for yet another mistrial request that Judge Ross denied. In my opinion, is definitely setting the stage for appeal if Tim is found guilty. So that's what it says here. So then it says the government state. Okay, let's go back up. There's question number 7. Juror is asking why there is no record of Daryl Howard, DJ Beats Corporation agreement with the government, including the evidence given to them. The government state that they did not have a corporation agreement with Daryl Howard because he was not indicted in this crime. Then Judge Ross basically said that he was not going to give the jury guidance on how to proceed in regards to Daryl Howard's testimony because neither attorney or on either side gave him specific wording on this in regards to the jury instruction that he read to the jury yesterday. Therefore, Judge Ross said that he would only respond that the jury should be guided to the best of their recollection as to Daryl Howard's testimony. Okay, so that was saying. All right, that was number 7. It's all over the place. All right, it says all the jurors were taking notes at one point or another, and jurors who end up becoming a foreman was always writing. They were all given notes by the court. Okay, question number 6, which can we submit all the evidence for Daryl Howard? Okay, we did that. Okay, we did that. They did submit all the evidence for Howard. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, so okay, guys, what I'm doing now, y'all, I am trying to catch myself up on this case. I know nothing about this case, and I was challenged to do this case by Miss Spit and Fire. I tell you that lady, Roy. I tell you that lady. So I'm trying to catch up, do play catch up because this case is really over with. But I'm trying to sit here to give you guys the verdict because I'm on a verdict watch right now for this. So, but I did join Mr. Val's group, and he gave some email today. Okay, all right. This is what he said. Day 3, jury's deliberation, hour 18, juror note number 8. The jury asked Judge John Ross, can we get Tim Norman flight records from March 14, 2016 to March 15, 2016. This means they are asking for the date Tim flew to St. Louis, which is also the date Andre's life was tragically taken. And March 15, 2016, when Tim took his red-eye flight leaving St. Louis back to LA after Dre was dead. Okay. Did y'all hear that? That is what the jury just asked, which was question number 8. The jury asked Judge John Ross, can we get Tim Norman's flight records from March 14, 2016 and March 15, 2016. This means they're asking for the date Tim flew to St. Louis, March 14, 2016, which is also the date Andre's life was tragically taken, and March 15, 2016, when Tim took red-eye flight leaving St. Louis back towards LA after Dre was dead. Did y'all hear that? Okay. All right, that was a question. And he said yesterday he exclusive T. He says that he had direct interaction with Miss Robbie, the person that's doing this live tweet, this coverage, because he's at the courthouse covering this case. All right, let's see. So what we're gonna do to get myself familiar with this case, I'm gonna go and pull up. Hi everybody, welcome. We're just doing a watch party right now for this Tim case here. So I like to educate myself, so I'm gonna go ahead and look up some information on this actual case. I know he was. Hold on. Oh wow, y'all. Gloria Rodriguez, remember her? She is one of the attorneys. We have let's see. Oh, Mike Leonard is one of the attorneys, y'all. Yeah. Leonard trial lawyer, 120 LaSalle. Yeah, Mike Leonard, the one that was on Rob's case, is the attorney. He is the trial attorney. Yes, he is. Sure is. Yup. He is the attorney on it. He has counts 1 and 2 is murder for hire conspiracy, wire mail fraud, and complaint. Okay, we got that. They're all felonies. Okay. So he is. So he has two co-defendants. He has that girl, and then he has Wale Wabe Young Hammer. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but he has these co-defendants. And let me go back and see what this case is all about. I'm gonna go read they were issued a warrant back in 2020. Let's see. Trying to see, because everything like you gotta buy at Paces, huh? We're not buying this from Paces. Why nothing is showing? He got a couple of attorneys that withdrew from him. Let's see. Let me see what this whole. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. I was trying to see the complaint on this case. What the complaint was. Uh, 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 uh. I was told that the other defendant they didn't take a plea deal, did they? They didn't. Did they take a plea deal? Interesting. So Gloria Rodriguez is on the case, and Michael Leonard. Michael Leonard. Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to see some stuff here. All right, there was a motion to exclude expert witness Russell Luss by U.S. as to James Tim attachment. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Interesting, y'all. Yeah, they have strong evidence. Or Adam, everyone, they probably withdrew because there was actual evidence in this case. I believe Robbie knew Tim was going to knock off. Boy, really? It says here it was so sad because Miss Robbie wanted to give Andre a better life due to the fact that his father, Robbie's son, died when Andre was younger. Wow. Let's read the indictment. I'm gonna read the indictment here. Hold on again. Okay, now listen to what they say. So there are some sealing. They seal some of the ones that entered plea deal, the plea deal, guilty plea, and that they will enter and either explain the term of defendant cooperation or states the defendant did not cooperate with the government. The public will not be able to determine whether the defendant did or did not cooperate with the government. So they're sealing a couple of stuff in here. Okay, I am going to read, that's her complaint. I don't want to read her complaint. I want a criminal complaint against Tim. Okay, we're going to read his complaint. Okay, this is Tim's complaint. This is of August. No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Don't want that one. They sealed it. Let's go back. Lift and suppression. Okay, this is the redacted indictment. Okay, this is redacted indictment. They changed the indictment over. So let's go read it. I need the most recent one. Let's see if we can get the most recent one. It's a lot of stuff. Let's see this. Hold on. There's a protective order as to Tim. All right, there's a protective order here. Superseding readapt. Okay, this is a superseding indictment. Let's see what we're gonna look at. I think we're gonna go with the superseding indictment here. There's a lot of stuff going on in this case, y'all. There's a lot of stuff going on. They have so many filings on this case, it's ridiculous. It's a lot. I'm gonna go up. Hold on, I'm trying to get the superseding indictment here. Where is it? Where is it? There it is right here. Let's go look at it. We got the, oh wow, they don't have it. There we go. We got the superseding indictment. We're going to go read this here. Hmm. All right, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right. Here we go. You ready? You ready for me to read it? The federal had Jane to get protective order against Tim. Also, she is keeping her son safe from Robbie because they found out she knows what Tim did and she's playing dumb. Okay, CDE. Okay, the person to break in her house is her own son. Or, oh, hold on a second, CDE. Hold on, I'm coming back. You got some information. CDE. Okay, let's put this in here. Hold on. Oh, chow. Okay. Let me read CDE because you got some 411 that I need to know because I don't know nothing. I believe Robbie knew Tim was going to knock off. Okay, we got that. Yeah, they have strong evidence. CDE says, Robbie is showing her true colors now. She thinks Dre stole her money, so she let Tim off him. Oh. Says the only person to break in her house and her own is her own son, or it was the insurance scam because they both have financial trouble, allegedly. Okay, it says the Fed has Jane get protective against Tim. Okay, we got that playing dumb. All right, they're fixing the bookstore, make it seem like everything was okay while on TV, but you could tell it wasn't. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read the indictment, what it says here. Hold on a second. Let me just get the indictment up so we can read it. Hold on, yeah, let me just add my watermark here. Just a second, y'all. Okay, this thing is not working too well. I don't want that. All right, I'm going to read it to y'all. Ready? Yeah, Bishop. Yeah, I'm going to read it. All right, it says here. United States of America plaintiff versus James Timothy Norman, Tarika Tanisha Ellis, Reha, whatever his name, and Travel Anthony Hill. All right. Grand jury charges that introduction. At all times, the relevant to this indictment. 1. Andre Montgomery was born October 14th, 1994. 2. Andre Montgomery paternal uncle was James Timothy Norman. 3. Andre Montgomery's father, the brother of James Timothy Norman, died in Los Angeles, California, 1994. 4. Andre Montgomery's non-driver's license indicates his height as 5'11" and weight at 185. 5. At no point did Andre Montgomery ever seek to obtain medical treatment at the People's Health Center. 6. In August of 2014, Andre Montgomery completed a housing application in which he indicates that he was employed at the shop called Tobacco Road, that his hourly wages was $7.25, and that in the month of July 2014, he had earned $696.47. Count 1. Murder for hire conspiracy 18 U.S.C. 1958. 7. Beginning at a time unknown to the grand jury, but up to and including March 14, 2016, and through the date that supersedes indictment within the Eastern District of Missouri and elsewhere. James Timothy Norman, Tarika Tanisha Ellis, and Travel Anthony Hill, together with other persons known and unknown to the grand jury, did knowingly and intentionally combine, conspire, and agree to commit an offense against the United States of America, to wit, the crime of murder for hire in violation of 18 United States Code Section 1958 by using and causing others to use facilities of interstate commerce, to wit, cell phone, telephone, and with the intent that the murder of Andre Montgomery be committed in violation of the law of the state of Missouri as condition for receipt of, as a consideration for a promise and agreement to pay things in procurity value, namely money, along with other benefit. Said conspiracy offense results in the death of Andre Montgomery on March 14, 2016. Object and purpose. Number 8. The object and purpose of the conspiracy were the murder of Andre Montgomery, the nephew of James Timothy Norman, and the obtaining of money as a result of and exchanging for the commission of Andre Montgomery's murder. Means and method. Number 9. The means and methods of which the conspiracy was sought to accompany included, among other things, follows. A. It was part of the conspiracy that On or about October 14, 2014, James Timothy Norman attempted to obtain $250,000 life insurance policy on his 20-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery, for which James Timothy Norman was the sole beneficiary through the Amco Financial Life and Annuities Insurance Company. This application was later withdrawn. B. It was further part of the conspiracy that on or about October 31st, 2014, James Timothy Norman attempted to obtain a second life insurance policy on Andre Montgomery in the amount of $200,000, in addition to the accidental death rider in the amount of $200,000, and a 10-year term rider in the amount of $50,000 through the independent order of Forrester, wherein after Forrester policy, James Timothy Norman was the sole beneficiary on this policy. This is the only policy that issued. C. It was further part of the conspiracy that on or about March 16, 2015, James Timothy Norman attempted to obtain a replacement policy on Andre Montgomery through Royal Navy of America in the amount of $249,099 and $249,099. But the application was denied. D. In further part of the conspiracy that on and about September 18th, 2015, James Timothy Norman attempted to obtain additional life insurance policy on Andre Montgomery through the United States Omaha Life Insurance Company in the amount of $300,000, but the application was denied. E. It was further part of the conspiracy on or about September 24th, 2015, James Timothy Norman attempted to obtain additional life insurance policy on Andre Montgomery through the Capital Life Insurance Company, DBA Liberty Bankers Life, in an amount of $250,000, but the application was denied. It is further part of the conspiracy that the application for all 5 of these life insurance applications for Andre Montgomery containing material false information, including false statement, including regarding Andre Montgomery income, occupation, health history, and family history. It is further part of the conspiracy that James Timothy Norman flew from Los Angeles, California to St. Louis, Missouri, and arrived in St. Louis, Missouri on March 14, 2016. H. It is further part of the conspiracy that on or about March 14, 2016, James Timothy Norman and Tarika Tanisha Ellis purchased a prepaid TracFone cellular device at Walgreens located on Central West End neighborhood of the city of St. Louis. It is further part of the conspiracy that James Timothy Norman and Tarika Tanisha Ellis communicated with one another for the duration of March 14, 2016, using newly purchased prepaid cellular devices. It is further part of the conspiracy that Tarika Tanisha Ellis advised Andre Montgomery to initiate all further communication with her on March 14, 2016, using her newly purchased prepaid cellular device. K. It is further part of the conspiracy that Tarika Tanisha Ellis communicated with Andre Montgomery throughout the day on March 14, 2016, for the purpose of determining his whereabouts. It is further part of the conspiracy that Tarika Tanisha Ellis used her prepaid self device to communicate Andre Montgomery location to James Timothy Norman, Travel Anthony Hill, and other conspirators throughout the day of March 14, 2016. M. It was further part of the conspiracy that approximately at 7:07 p.m. Central Standard Time on March 14, 2016, Andre Montgomery texts his location 3964 Natural Bridge to Terica Tanisha Ellis on her newly purchased prepaid cellular device. N. It is further part of conspiracy that immediately upon learning Andre's Montgomery's location, Terica Tanisha Ellis relayed the address to James Timothy Norman, Travel Anthony Hill, and other conspirators. Oh, it was further part of conspiracy that in the 22 minutes after learning Andre Montgomery's location, 3964 Natural Bridge Avenue, Terica Tanisha Ellis attempted to call and text message to Travel Anthony Hill at least 5 times using the newly purchased prepaid cellular device. It was further part of the conspiracy that Terica Tanisha Ellis met Andre Montgomery at 3464 Natural Bridge Avenue in the city of St. Louis approximately at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on March 14, 2016 for the purpose of luring Andre Montgomery outside the residence. Q. It was further. Hold on a second. Hold on. You guys are listening? Creation, motion. Yep. The fixing bookstore. Okay. All right. Sorry. I was reading your message. Let me finish reading this. Because I am educating myself on this case because I know nothing about this case. But let me finish. Okay, we're up to Q. We're up to R. It is further part of the conspiracy at 8:03 Central Standard Time, Terica Tanisha Ellis and called James Timothy Norman on his newly purchased prepaid cellular device, then immediately began driving back to her home in Memphis, Tennessee. S. It is further part of conspiracy at approximately 5.5 hours after the homicide in the early morning hours of March 15, 2016, James Timothy Norman flew back to Los Angeles, California. T. It is further part of conspiracy that March 15, 2016, James Timothy Norman and Terica Tanisha ceased all use of their prepaid cell device. U. It is further part of the conspiracy at March 15, 2016 and March 17, 2016. Terica Tanisha Ellis deposited $9,000 in cash into multiple bank account in Memphis, Tennessee. She only got $9,000 for doing that mess to that boy. V. It is further part of the conspiracy that March 16, Travel Anthony Hill conversed with his brother, Tony Whitfield, via jail call to discuss Montgomery murder and Travel Hill's payment. It was further part of conspiracy that on March 16, 2016, Travel Anthony Hill accepted $5,000 cash payment at the direction of James Timothy Norman. X. It is further part of conspiracy that March 18, 2016, while YA Mayor Ryber, whatever the name is, and James Timothy contact the independent order of forester for the purpose of inquiring on how to collect the aforementioned forester policy. It is further part of the conspiracy that James Timothy Norman continued to contact the independent order of forester on March 21st, 2016, August 1st, 2016, August 15, 2016, August 26, 2016, and November 18, 2016 for the purpose of attempting to collect the aforementioned forester policy. Z. It is further part of conspiracy that on September 2018, Timothy Norman retained counsel who sent a letter to the independent order of forester demanding that they pay out their aforementioned forester policy. AA. It is further part of conspiracy that on October 2018, James Timothy Norman submitted an affidavit to the independent 1st for the purpose of collecting the aforementioned policy in violation of 18 U.S. Code Section 1958. Count 2, murder for hire, USC 8, 1958 and 21. The grand jury further charges that on or about March 14, 2016, that's in the city of St. Louis within the Eastern District of Missouri, James Timothy Norman, Terica Tanisha Ellis, and Travel Anthony Hill, the defendant, hereby aiding and abetting one another and others to use and cause others to use facility interstate commerce, to wit, cell telephone with the intent of murder of Andre Montgomery to commit in violation of the law of the state of Missouri, as consideration for the receipt and as consideration for promise and agreement to pay things of pecuniary value, namely money, along with other benefit. Said offense resulted in the death of Andre Montgomery on March 14, 2016. Violation of 18 U.S.C. Code Section 1958-2. Count number 3, wire and mail fraud conspiracy, 18 U.S.C. 1349. The allegation contained in the paragraph 1 through 6 are alleged and incorporated within. Number 11, beginning in or about October 2014 and continuing until at least as late as September 2019 in the Eastern District of Missouri, and where else James Timothy Norman and Worley Young Ray, the defendant, wherein did voluntarily and intentionally combine, conspire, confederate, and agree with each other and other known and unknown to the grand jury to commit the following offense against the United States. A, having devised and intended to devise a scheme to obtain money and property by the means of materially false and fraudulent pretense and representation for the purpose of excluding such scheme and attempting to do so, did knowingly cause an attempt to cause to be transmitted by the means of wire communication in this interstate commerce, writings, signs, and signals in form of interstate and international telephone calls, in all violation of Title 18 U.S.C. Code, Section 1343. B, having devised and intended to devise a scheme to obtain money and property by the means of materially false and fraudulent pretense and representation, and for the purpose of executing such schemes and attempting to do so, did knowingly cause an attempt to cause documents to be sent or delivered by any private or commercial interstate carrier, and knowingly caused to be delivered by mail by such carrier according to direction thereon, and the violation of a Title 18 United States Code, Section 1341. All the violation Title 18 United States Code, Section 1349. Manner and means. Number 12, in furtherance of the conspiracy and in fact the illegal object thereof, defendant James Timothy Norman and Wale Rehab Young, I don't know how to say that guy's name, and other known and unknown to the grand jury, used the following ways, manner, and means, among others, to commit wire fraud and mail fraud. 13. The primary purpose of the conspiracy was for James Timothy Norman, aiding and abetting by whatever that guy's name, to obtain and be able to collect on life insurance policy on his nephew, Andre Montgomery, in the event of Andre Montgomery's death by the means of false and fraudulent representation, according to Montgomery's income, employment, and net worth, medical history, family history, and the existence of other pending issue or denied insurance policy application. AMCO Life Insurance application. On or about October 14, 2014, James Timothy Norman and Wiley Rehab, or whatever his name is, caused to be completed and then submitted an application to ALCO Financial Life and Annuity Insurance Company, wherein after ALCO, by which applicant James Timothy Norman sought life insurance policy in the amount of $250,000 on his nephew Andre Montgomery. 15 on the ARCO application, James Timothy Norman and Wale, whatever his name is, listed Andre correct name, social security number, and state date of birth. Number 16, the contact phone number listed on Andre by James Timothy Norman and Wale and ARCO was 314-824-8970. The number, which was James Timothy Norman, had been the sole subject since 2011. On or about October 14, 2014, James Timothy Norman signed the following attestation paragraph in the ARCO life insurance application. Any person who knowingly present false or fraudulent claims for payment of loss or benefit knowingly presented false information on the application insurance is guilty of a crime and may be subject to fine and confinement in prison. We have read the application and represented to ALCO, and the statement made on this application are true, complete, and correctly recorded in the best of your knowledge, my or our knowledge and belief. We agree that ALCO can rely on these statements. 18, on or about October 14, 2014, Wale, whatever that guy name, signed the following attestation passage in James Timothy Norman ARCO Life Insurance application follows. I hereby certify that I personally asked each question on the application to propose insured, and I have truly accurately recorded the application, the information supplied by him or her, and I have no reason to believe that any of the information provided is inaccurate or incomplete. If not, I have set forth the representation of the agent comment remark section above. James Timothy and Wale, whatever his name is, indicated on the ARCO life insurance application that James Timothy Norman would be the sole beneficiary of the policy in the event of Andre Montgomery's death. Number 20, James Timothy Norman and that name, that guy, I'm going to just call him WRY. WRY represented in the ARCO life insurance application that James Timothy Norman would pay the monthly premium of $156.04 from his U.S. Bank 7746. 21, James Timothy Norman and WRY represented that Andre Montgomery was not under care of physician. 22, James Timothy Norman and WRY falsely represented that in the ARCO life insurance application that Andre Montgomery had an annual income of $100,000 a year. 23, James Timothy Norman and WRY falsely represented that ARCO insurance that Andre height was 5'7" and his weight was 165. On October 7, 2014, James Timothy Norman and WRY exchanged text message regarding submission of the life insurance application as follows. Norman, I got him with me. What information do you need when we link? We can just sign paper and then be done. Norman, don't want to talk it in front of him? Don't want to talk it about in front of him? Okay, well, just answer the phone. He's with me. I know. Watch how I do it. Uh-oh. Between October 16, 2014 and November 3rd, 2014, representative from ALCO repeatedly attempted to contact Andre Montgomery by the means of James Timothy Norman's phone number, which appears as Andre's phone number on the life insurance policy. Representative from ALCO attempted to contact WRY via email and telephone with questions regarding the policy application, including reason Andre could not own the life insurance policy rather than James Timothy Norman. On Friday, October 31st, James Timothy Norman and WRY exchanged following text messages. Norman says policy, and Y says you should have by next Friday. They'll call you on Monday. Act like you're Andre. Ooh. Norman says okay. And then he said I ain't seen this N word over a week, bro. And then the following Monday, November 3rd, 2014, James Timothy Norman and WRY said exchange the following text message. Y said, "What's up? They're gonna call you. I need to talk to you first." Norman said, "I didn't get an email with information." And Y said, "Did they call you?" And Norman said, "Yep, I missed it." Norman said, "They left a callback information." Then Y said, "Call them ASAP." Then Norman said, "I need the information." Norman said, "Birthday, social security, etc." Then Y said, "I sent it." And Norman said, "Okay." Approximately 20 minutes later, on November 3rd, James Timothy Normans and WRY exchanged the following text message. And Norman said, "All good," and Y said, "Cool." On December 8th, 2014, after James Timothy had obtained the life insurance policy from a separate insurance company, but he and WRY caused the alcohol insurance application to be withdrawn, which was still pending at the time. Fortune insurance application. On or about October 31st, James Timothy Norman and WRY caused to be completed and then submitted an application to the independent order of Forrester, whereafter Forrester, by which application James Timothy Norman sought a life insurance policy in the amount of $200,000, as well as an accidental rider in the amount of $200,000, and a 10-year term rider of $50,000 on his nephew Andre Montgomery. The $200,000 accidental death rider would pay out in the event of Andre Montgomery died of something other than natural causes, and the $50,000 10-year term rider would pay out in the event that Andre Montgomery died within 10 years of the policy. Wow. 33. On the Forrester application, James Timothy Norman and WRY identify Andre Montgomery, correct name, social security number, license number, and date of birth. On or about October 31st, 2014, James Timothy Norman signed the following accession passage to the Forrester life insurance application. I, as evidence of my signature in this application, declare that I have reviewed the application. 2. I have asked every question that applies to me and provide the answers shown in this application to these questions. 3. The statement, answer, and representation contained in this application is full, complete, true, to the best of my knowledge and belief. 35. On or about October 31st, 2014, WRY signed the following accession passage in James Timothy Norman's Forrester's life insurance application, stating the following: unless specifically stated otherwise in the producer's report, I certify each of the following. A. I am not aware of any undisclosed information after the health, habit, or lifestyle of the proposed insured or a child identified in this application that might affect uninsurable. B. Uninsurability. B. I personally met with the proposed insured owner and each child and reviewed the document used to verify identity, date of birth. C. I have asked the proposed insured, the parent, legal guardian, if the proposed insured is a juvenile, and the owner, each as written each question as written in the application to which the answer is shown, and recorded the answer as given to me by each person. D. This application was reviewed by each person, signed in the signature section before it was signed by that person. 36. Man, this dude is just, oh Lord, this is crazy, y'all. Uh, uh, uh. Okay, it's, you guys are tired of this mess. All right, Andre, free R. Kelly for life. All right, I'm gonna read what you guys are putting in here. Hold on. Okay. He testified too. He wanted to fire his attorney, but his attorney and mother were able to get him to change his mind. He had all his motion 2 3 years prior to Dre's demise. I'm sorry, demise. The text messages are horrific. That poor kid didn't have no one, including his grandmother, who neglected that he was stating. Pray for the hustle. It's heartbroken. Free R. Kelly for life. If Tim guilty, if Tim guilty, I'm look at Miss Robbie side eye because Dre tried to tell her and she did nothing. It's pronounced YL. That's his name? YL? I couldn't even pronounce that guy's name. Y'all have to realize that Tim is her only child. Miss Robbie is sticking by her side because she has no one else. I would still love my child, but not agree with what Tim has done. Robbie told Andre's mom she thinks Tim offended offed him. What's offed? Is it take him off? Kick him off? Yeah, that's a lot. She they oh Lord, this case. But they deliberating a long time in this case. You see this? Nine R. Kelly, they went and made a verdict on R. Kelly real quick. All right, let me see what if I got any updates on this thing. Okay, let's see what the update is. Oh Lord, we got that question. Oh, killed. Okay, this case is interesting. The verdict. The verdict is in. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to get the verdict. $9 minutes ago, they said that they still deliberating. You said the verdict is in? Oh, guilty on all count. Okay, I got it. Guilty on all counts, y'all. All right, that was a quickie. Guilty on all counts. All right, so that's enough of this case. Yep, guilty on all counts. I see it. All right, guys. Later on, when I come on, I will have a guest. One of the relatives from one of the co-defendants for Mr. Kelly's case. I'll have on a guest today. Okay, good people. I'll have on a guest. So that was a quick coverage of this case, right? A quick coverage of this case. Didn't know much about it. Read a little bit about it, and he's been found guilty on all counts. It's sad that people do this stuff for the love of money, man. I tell you, folks, man, you got to do better with this money crap. And the money don't stay. You know, I'm like, no matter, oh, Lord Jesus. These people and this money stuff. Lord have mercy. What about working hard for your money? Let's see if there's a press conference that I can play. Hold on a second. See if they're coming out with the press conference. Yep, he's found guilty. Guilty on murder for hire, guilty. Conspiracy for murder for hire resulting in death, guilty. Conspiracy to commit wire and mail fraud, guilty. So he is found guilty in all counts, guys. All counts, guilty. All right, so I'm gonna end this live. Is there a verdict? Yes, guilty on all counts. Guilty on all counts. That's what he got. Guilty on all counts. Guilty on all counts. All right, so Tim didn't get the money for Andre's life for nothing. Yep, he sure didn't get the money. So I'm about to end this live, and I'll see you guys in a few. If something else comes up, I'll be back. So that was the verdict, guilty on all counts. All right, gotta go now. See you later, guys. I did read a little bit about this case. I didn't know much, but what I found out, I read to you guys. I didn't read the whole thing, but it's a little bit too late. So Travis Hills was sentenced months ago, like 3 months ago. Travel Hill, the guy that. All right, guys. Peace out. Later. Bye.